Takže video se jmenuje The Gooner Who Ended His Life. Teď si kouknete na sebe do zrcadla a může to být každý z vás. The Gooner Who Ended His Life. To jste vyčete, teď mluvím na vás. Já se na tohle video, abyste takhle nedopadli. Poučte se, zapisujte, dělejte si notes.
On January 10th, 2025, a clip of a man pulling up to a barista in Tempe, Arizona started going viral on Instagram and Twitter.
And we already know why that started going viral. I mean, hashtag.
Co, kdo to je? WTF? The Last Goon? WTF? Co to je?
Goonicide.
Jo, co je Gooner? Jo, OK. Tak Gooner je... Kámo, dejte mu ban. Dejte mu ban. Dejte mu ban. Děkuju. Insane. Dobrý. Do prdele, ty debile, smaž mu kurva ten... Dej mu pryč ten ban, ty dumbasy. Byl vtip.
In the clip, the man is calmly asked if he's been to this drive-thru before, but what happens next is diabolical.
Hi, how are you?
Jo, tak kdo je ten Gooner? Gooner je člověk, který moc rád ejakuluje a dělá to víc, než by měl. Takže tak.
Good. Have you been here before? Yeah. Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
I mean, I still really can't believe this man offed himself, left his family, his wife, his children, and everybody else who loved him just because he got caught in a driveway being a gooner. I mean, listen, I get it. Embarrassing, technically a...
On nic nevysvětlí, takže... OK, takže co jsem pochopil? Ten týpek, honič, jo, to je dobré slovo. Takže ten týpek honil v drive-thru nebo něco takového a kvůli tomu se offnul, co?
Crime, indecent exposure in the grand scheme of his entire life, bro. Ending your life because of that was not necessary, bro. And in fact, he only made the situation that much more worse by killing himself, because had he not done any of that, specifically taken his life, the meme wouldn't have gotten as big as it is today. Like, now it's just like cemented in meme history.
The man's name was Nautica Malone.
Rip, rest in peace. He was only 27 too. Like, that's a damn shame.
A 27
27, kámo, magický číslo. Všichni, komu je 27, tohle se děje. Ale to actually zní jako něco, co by udělal, že... Kamo, nepokoušejte mě, vy chujové, vole. Nejsem... No nic, dobrý. Nic, vy jste ragebaití všichni. Jdem koukat.
7-year-old who frequented Bikini Bean Coffee, a coffee shop where women dress semi-nude to attract more male customers. If you start to deduce this clip, you can make some assumptions about this interaction. It's obvious Nautica did something like this before, or was trying to be pantless in secret around the shop because the barista already had her phone out before he even pulled up.
Now hold on there, Cole Hastings. That's a huge assumption. We don't know if he did this before at this specific location. Maybe it was a completely different location and they just had a bolo out on him. Bolo means be on.
To by neudělal, on nemá auto. Kolikrát musíš honit, aby si byl gooner, chci ten rank. Hej, já dám sub only. Já to nedávám, vy jste insane.
On the lookout for, so I mean, I don't know. It would be kind of crazy being a repeat customer with your pants off, pulling up to Bikini Bean, knowing full well that they have your entire face, biometrics, and identity saved.
Kámo, jakou hudbičku tam poslal? GTA 4, Many Music, největší banger, všichni host mýho hoodu, kámo, už dávají trička hore, kámo. Insane, nejlepší banger na světě.
Database, but yet still deciding to do this until one day they've had enough, pulled out their phones, called 911, and put your ass on blast.
Now, where he was doing it before is unknown.
Exactly, that's what I assumed. I again find it hard to believe that this was a repeat offender at the same location with the same exact woman, knowing what could have been the full outcome of his actions.
Maybe he was just chilling in a parking spot next to the shop, getting his dirty on while he watched the employees from a distance.
OK, dobře.
And they finally caught on.
That makes a lot more sense. But anyway.
But what we do know is what tragically occurred following the event. After the clip started exploding on social media, it was reported that Malone unalived himself.
Yeah, allegedly took his own life today after a video of him doing a drive-thru without pants. Počkej, co? On nemá kalhoty na sobě? 2, 3. Ukažte.
On January 10th, 2025, a clip of a man pulling up to a barista in Tempe, Arizona.
On fakt nemá kalhoty, WTF? Já jsem si to ani nevšiml. To je insane, no to prostě jde do drive-thru, nemá na své kaloty. To je certified gooner prostě. AKA nejvyšší bol. Ne, nic.
But what did explode?
Hashtag goonicide, bro. It's crazy how this really be
Unalived himself a couple days later.
hashtag
To není vtipný, kámo. One last goon. Kámo, co to je do prdele? To je, what the fuck? Co to je, kurva?
goonicide, bro. It's crazy how this really became a worldwide phenomenon, an internationally known meme, all because this guy decided to have a gooned out moment, offed himself, left his wife and kid behind, and basically blew the situation up way bigger than it originally was. Like this meme, I don't know if you guys realize, was only known in like the meme world, Reddit, and a few communities that would have probably been forgotten.
Ne, asi, já jsem to ani na TikToku neviděl a já na TikToku trávím, kámo, 20 hodin minimálně. Denně? What the fuck?
In a week or two, until he killed himself and really just made it go that much more viral.
Prompting the hashtag goonicide to start trending on Twitter. But that is not even the worst part of all of this. The worst part is that Nautica Malone was married with a wife and kid.
That's the part.
Kámo, to je insane. Týpek půjde do školy a budou mu říkat, hej, tvůj táta byl, kámo, what the fuck, to je hnusný, what the fuck. Furt nemám odpověď na to, kolikrát musím honit, abych měl... A proč se na to ptáš mě? Proč si myslíš, že já to vím? Co? Jsem snad, vole, kámo, master goonu nebo něco? What the fuck?
Part that gets me, bro. Like, look at this goofy ass dude, bro, with his wife and kid, man. Like,
kámo, okay, chápu, ale do piči, člověk se doslova offnul. Proč? Kámo, proč? Nemůžeš na člověka, co se offnul, mu říct goofy a no way.
a whole new family and then just offing yourself a year after your child was born. I mean, the
Jakože, to je docela wild kvůli taký hovnu. Ale, to je divný, no.
baby doesn't even look one. He probably is like 6, 7, 8 months, maybe. Like, you really didn't think about your child and your wife before doing that dumbass shit. Seriously.
It's never funny when someone takes their own life. Was this guy a creep? Absolutely. But no sane man who has a wife and children would ever think to commit public indecency the way Nautica did that day. And that indicates something more concerning was going on.
Like what? Porn addiction, sex addiction, goon addiction, the things I talk about all the time plaguing men right now. And it's not only men, obviously women have their issues too, but let's be honest, the vast majority
Goon
of
addiction.
sex addicts or porn addicts out there are...
Já vás vidím, by the way, u toho streamu. Všechny, co tady jste na tom streamu, já vás vidím. Přímo teď, koukám na vás. A můžu vám říct, že polovina z vás nemá na své kaloty. Přijde vám to přijatelné? Přijde vám to jakoby správné? Morálně? Koukat na ten stream a gunit? Zamyslete nad sebou. Zamyslete se.
are men. It's gonna be men. And to be honest, I see no timeline in which this gets any better unless we have a major cultural shift to where we start like shaming people for watching X-rated content or desexualizing society to the point...
Kam co to týpek malý do prdele? Přestaňte koukat na porno, je to špatný, what the fuck?
To where sites like Pornhub and XX or...
K tomu má ještě tuhle hudbu? Jebe mu? Počkejte, mě tam pes něco žere. Kámo, co ti jde, prdele? Jo, aha, on má, my bad. Já myslel, že tam má, vole, nějaký plast, protože on tak zní, že hryže nějaký plast, ale on má actually tu mňamku, akorát. Pamlsek, propsy.
Or Bikini Bean or places like that are just shunned and can't even operate anymore without profit. Now, am I saying that that's what I really want? To be honest, as a semi-libertarian, I don't know, freedom-loving individual, I don't really care what other people do in their lives per se, but when it starts infecting the minds of other people's lives and destroying the quality of life for everybody else in society because you want to now take your kinks and fetishes and all that and everything, you're...
Kámo, co to má společného s pornem, tohleto, co meleš do prdele? Týpek nebyl asi v pohodě v hlavě, když prostě proježděl drive-thru a přitom si, kámo, přitom si honil Jacksona, kámo. WTF? A potom se ještě, potom to video měl kolik, tak maximálně vole, třeba 100 000 views na shortformu, to je nic. A týpek, já si vezmu život, what the fuck. To tady nemá nic společného s tím, že... No nic, dobrý, ať si dojepuje v pohodě.
Supposed to be doing in the privacy of your own home, then that's when it's going too far for me.
While there have been instances in the past of men committing similar acts in places like Bikini Bean, this particular story sheds light on a dangerous level of hypersexuality that is quietly plaguing the minds of men who are hooked on adult content. Gooning.
No vej, že prostě ve videu, kde mluvíš o smrti týpka, spáchal prostě sebeofnutí, tak what the fuck? A počkej, Mr. Beast?
Yeah, the fact that this song
No way.
even exists proves that we're all cooked.
So let's peel back the foreskin on this internet slang, oil up, and thrust our way through the disturbing world of gooning.
Kámo, to psal ChatGPT. No vej, že tohle broře, kámo, out loud. What the fuck?
Bro, did he really just say that with a straight face?
To
without you
mele,
cracking a smile,
actually.
bro? Did he really just say that?
To je do prdele.
All jokes aside, man, I really miss the days when gooning was a term in reference to the sidekick or the henchman of a bad, evil arch nemesis of the superhero in a comic book or a movie. Like, how did we go from gooning, meaning the disposable lackeys that the main villain doesn't care if they die or live, they're just there to serve their purpose, to now where it means men struggling with actual corn addictions of which they can't seem to overcome. Pause. That was not supposed to be a pun, I swear to God. But anyway.
Znáš to.
Kámo, já doteď ještě nemůžu věřit, že fucking middleman byl, vole, ve videu. Já s toho úplně husí kůži.
Misconceptions.
Pause. That was not supposed to be a pun, I swear to God. But anyway.
There's a lot of misconceptions about what gooning means because most people on the internet see it as nothing more than a funny meme. If you're like me before I did research for this video and I have no idea what wrong turn I made in my career to get to the point where I'm talking about the subject of gooning, you might have heard the word goon and thought to yourself, that's that funny word for pleasuring yourself, right? If you're unk status, you might think I'm referring to a stupid, foolish person or thug.
Literally, that's what I grew up knowing a goon as. As it says here, a stupid, foolish, or eccentric person, or a violent, aggressive person who is hired to intimidate or harm people, just like in the comic books or the movies. A goon. You know, disposable, typically dumb, low IQ, cannot actually follow instructions or plans, and ends up always foiling the scheme of which the main villain intended to happen.
But neither of those definitions fully capture the essence of gooning. Gooning is an activity in which a person repeatedly pleasures themselves right before the point of climax to reach a sexual trance.
Proč tady mám Wikipedia, kámo, explanation, vole, co znamená gooning. Prostě brainrot slovo explained, no way.
I know all that, bro. What the are you telling me like gooning is like kind of akin or similar to edging? The fact that I'm even talking about this is crazy. But alas, apparently this is a major cultural problem plaguing a lot of people today.
A goon-lightenment, if you will. If you're on social media often, you might think this sounds a lot like gooning's right-hand
Kámo,
man.
o čem je tohle video do prdele? Já chci vidět o týpkovi, ne co znamená gooning.
Yes, like literally just said that. It seems very similar to me.
Edging. But there's a key distinction between the two. While edging is the act of pleasuring yourself to the point right before you climax, gooning is doing this so many times to the point where you purposefully put yourself in the same state that SpongeBob and Patrick found themselves in when they turned on the Orb of Confusion.
Take this!
Wait a minute, hold up, bro. Wait a minute, you're telling me gooners are actually out here trying to reach the state of which, for those of you who grew up on SpongeBob, legitimately makes you clinically retarded? Yo, for any professional gooners, yo, if you have experienced this, please confirm this in the comments for everybody watching the content. Are you dudes out here really gooning to the point to where you reach a state of clinical mental retardation, bro? Like, why would you do that to yourself? Is it really that serious, bro?
Dobrý, bro, bude tam ještě něco? Kámo, to je fakt video o tom, co... To si děláš srandu. Ne, na to už nebudu koukat, actually.